What's up, Niner fam? My name is JT Magnum. Welcome back to Niner News. We're going to talk about linebackers for 49ers draft needs in this one. I'm going to talk about inside and outside linebackers. Although, first of all, let me just discuss something real quick. I don't think the 49ers need that many linebackers that NFL analysts, so-called NFL analysts, say that we need. They're predicting the Niners as if they need a pass rush outside linebacker. Yeah, every team has those. Every team needs one, but the 49ers have some really good, decent pass rush outside linebackers. They just didn't develop them or didn't take the time last year to let them play. And you have Navarro Bowman at inside. You have Gerald Hodges, who I love on the inside. I think Michael Will-Hoyt supposedly is the starter, but I think Gerald Hodges is going to win that job inside. You have Aaron Lynch on the outside, who's an absolute beast, and Eli Harold, who's bulked up apparently to like 260 pounds, I believe, and still explosive with speed. And Tarek Carradine, who actually went down in weight and is looking extremely explosive, I hear, out of 49ers camps. You got some pass rushers right there. Ahmad Brooks is still on the team. I don't know if he's going to stay on the team, but Tank Carradine lost weight to gain back that explosiveness that they wanted him to have when he came out of Florida State. They made him gain weight to play defensive end, and that wasn't his strong suit. His strong suit is rushing the passer from the outside, and that's what he can do. And he lost weight again, and now he's got that explosiveness to him again, and I like that. So I'm not a big fan of what they're thinking, but let's talk about the linebackers that are out there for the 49ers to grab. The only first-round linebacker I'll talk about is Jaylon Smith. I don't like Miles Jack. He's got that knee injury problem, and I don't think he's going to fall to San Francisco. I think he's going to be taken anyways before the 7th spot. If he does, he does, and maybe the 49ers might take him, but I think he's a little undersized. I think he's a great athlete, but I think he's a little undersized, so especially for the 49ers. But Jaylon Smith, he's a guy that the 49ers don't have to plug in right away. And he actually might sit. He might even play, but he's one of those dangerous picks that you can get. I don't think the 49ers are going to pick him. I don't think they want him, but there's a guy that's a tackling machine. The guy can blitz from anywhere on the field, can play inside linebacker or outside linebacker, has amazing tackle instincts, can target and strike from anywhere on the field, very athletic, fast, just had that unfortunate knee injury that people are thinking that he might not ever play again. Some people think that he might sit out maybe 1 to 2 seasons like Navarro Bowman did. Get scary with those knee issues, but then you also think Trent Baalke loves guys that are redshirt, linebackers. Here's a guy that can maybe sit out maybe 1 or 2 seasons and then play for 49ers later. I don't know if Trent Baalke, given the way that the Niners have played the last 2 seasons, wants to take that risk now with drafting these type of players that'll sit out. The 49ers don't have that much depth anymore that they can just do that and sit guys. But I don't know if they take that risk, but he is definitely an explosive linebacker and one to watch if the 49ers draft somebody like that. Second guy is Joshua Perry, second round probably pick out of Ohio State. 6'4", really tall, 254 pounds, great size. Another tackling machine at Ohio State. Great size for a middle linebacker. And to me, he'll be an excellent complement to Navarro Bowman. I think Navarro Bowman needs that nice, decent sized linebacker that can cover tight ends, that can hopefully be in those kind of packages. I don't think he's a great in pass coverage. He didn't do that well in college, but obviously he can be taught by Navarro Bowman. He can be taught by other, by the coaching staff, and maybe that's something that he can excel at later on, especially with, being able to cover those tall tight ends, being that he's 6'4". But he's an excellent defender at the run, and from what I've seen, he's really good at diagnosing plays and diagnosing screen passes, which you're going to see a lot of, especially in the NFC West, and you need that type of linebacker to play in against those kind of people, against those kind of teams. Moving on, here's one of my favorites. He's very underrated. A lot of people don't know about him that much, but he's probably going to go in the 4th or 5th round. He's a great size, and he's got tremendous speed. 6'3", 271 pounds. His name is Charles Tapper from the Oklahoma Sooners. He's a freak athlete. He's built like a tank. Just somebody who played DE in college, or defensive end in college, but would be excellent as a 3-4 outside linebacker. Great explosion, extremely fast. Scouts for some reason don't think he's going to be a great pass rusher, but when a guy is that fast and he's like that, disruptive on the outside, he can get around guys with ease. You got to think he can rush the passer, and you got to think he's going to be, he's going to be good at that. So I don't know what they're thinking. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but to me, he looked like a guy that just can explode off the ball and just get to the quarterback with ease. But let's talk about another one. B.J. Goodson. There's another guy that could play inside linebacker or outside linebacker. Third round probably draft pick out of Clemson. 6'1", 242 pounds. Ran a 4.69 40, which is not bad at all. He's got great quickness. A little too small to be an outside linebacker. He would have to gain weight to be an our kind of offensive, our outside linebacker, but will make an excellent middle linebacker and another excellent complement to NaVorro Bowman. He's another one that takes great tackling angles, knows how to shoot the gaps, can blitz from almost anywhere in the field and blitz effectively. He's one of those guys that just knows how to time holes and knows how to break through the line of scrimmage. And he's an extremely hard hitter. Those are the kind of guys you want, like I said, in the NFC West, where it's very tough. You got some big backs, and you want to be able to, to shoot gaps and to be able to get after a Russell Wilson, get after a David Johnson coming out of the Arizona backfield, or, on Todd Gurley. You got to get after these players. So those are the kind of guys you want in the backfield for the 49ers. And like I said, third round, in my opinion, he's going to be, if he goes in the third round, that's another steal at that third round position. And the last guy I talk about is a lot of people's favorite. Probably going to fall in the draft due to his lack of speed and due to his injury that he had. Scooby Wright, and that's an inside linebacker out of Arizona. Highly touted inside linebacker. A lot of people were really high on him, but then fell off after his 40 times. And you can't really look at 40 times when you come to him. And if you don't remember, Chris Borland for the 49ers had a really low 40 times, but seemed to cover tight ends very well. Made plays, just played with so much instinct that he looked faster than he actually ran. And when you play with those kind of instincts and take angles and take good angles and play to the best of your ability, you're gonna make it. 40 times don't really matter. And those are the kind of things that Scooby Wright does. And from what I hear, he's an amazing blitzer. And you want those guys that know how to shoot the gaps. You won't know how to just break through the line of scrimmage through the correct holes and just get after it. And get after those, like I said, those running backs in the NFC West, those quarterbacks in the NFC West. You got to get after them, and you got to make plays. So another thing about him, he forced a lot of fumbles. He makes a lot of plays like that, and those are the kind of guys you want. Now, will he be a liability in pass coverage? Probably. We haven't seen him cover. We haven't seen much of that. And with the tight ends in the NFC West, the only real threat to me is Jimmy Graham. I'm not sure who's on the Rams now for tight end. I think Jared Cook was already was picked up in free agency, so I'm not sure how many really decent tight ends there are in the NFC West. But Jimmy Graham obviously is one of the big threats. But we'll see how that goes if the 49ers do draft a guy like that. But it might be able to leave NaVorro Bowman in coverage. Who knows? We'll see. But that does it for the linebackers. Like I said, I'm not high on the 49ers having to draft an outside linebacker or inside linebacker. I think inside is more of a need than outside for me. For the 49ers, I think they need somebody to complement NaVorro Bowman. Other than outside, I think the 49ers have a lot of players on the outside, and they'll be fine. Other than that, tell me what you think in the comment section about the players that I picked. Tell me who you think would be a good fit on the outside or inside for the 49ers, and what round do you think we might get them, and let me know in the comment section. All right, so for JT Magnum and Niner News, I'm out. Peace.